Rise and shine, it's Cletus time. Today we're in these woods where squirrels scamper and apples are sweeter than a possum's dream. But today we're making up Granny's sweet apples that be crowned on top of some of my buttermilk pancakes. It ain't Aunt Alberta's cinnamon pancakes. Now those are good, but Granny's is better. Granny was always the sweet side, Aunt Alberta was always the savory side. So today I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get to the Cletus kitchen and we're gonna cook up a mess. Welcome to the Cletus Cook House kitchen. I already got the recipe for these apples in the description down below. Just like I'll have my buttermilk pancakes. I already made the pancakes. Now we're gonna make some of the apples. But we gotta cut the apples as thin as a politician's promises. But if you have a fancy thing like this, you could use it. It works out real nice. Cut the apples thin. If not, if all you have is just some plain old a knife and everything, that will work out as well. We can move this down. You can see that this works out real nice. Peeling and coring apples. So I'll be done with these apples in just a minute. And we'll get back to it. Now that we've got all 4 of those apples done, so you need them nice and thin, just like this. We're going to take them over the skillet and we're going to cook them up. So come on over. We got the heat on and we're melting the butter. And you want to get that until it's nice and melted. And when that starts getting nice and melted, what you're going to do is you're going to put in some brown sugar. Get you a spoon. So I want to go with this guy. You want to get those nice and melted and all kind of mixed together. And then this is Granny's secret trick. It's half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Not any more, not any less. And then this is something that my granny taught me when I was just a tadpole. You put in just a little bit of maple syrup, because maple syrup is the lifeblood of the woods. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all mixed and melted together. And once this becomes all mixed and melted together, we're going to throw in some apples. So just hang tight, y'all. That's getting nice and melted. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take those apples, and it's going to be about 8 minutes. We got these apples. And Granny always said, treat the apples like your kinfolk. Be firm with them, but also be gentle. Just break those up. Throw those in there. And we'll do that for all the apples that we got. And you're going to want to occasionally stir this. You see why I got such a big pot for this? There's going to be lots of apples, but there's going to be lots of goodness. Turn that heat down. We want to get all the sweetness out of the apples. Cook it nice and slow. And just occasionally get a turn. Get all those apples all mixed around in there. and occasionally turn it, and I'll see you in 8 minutes. Now I've been cooking these apples for a few minutes. You can see it's starting to get nice and browned up. But what I'm going to do to make sure I get plenty more color out of them is I'm going to take my lid, my Dutch oven, I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to let that bake for a few minutes. Now what I did is it's been about 15 minutes or so. I was off on the time. I didn't think it was getting as gooey as I remember my granny, so what I did is I just doubled the spices. So I put in 2 more tablespoons of butter, 2 more tablespoons of brown sugar, and another tablespoon of maple syrup. Now that's starting to cook up. You can see that goodness there. And it's starting to look like Granny's fried apples. So what I'm going to do is when I put that in the description, I'm going to put it that recipe's in there for twice. I guess you can do it all at the beginning if you want, or you can cook it up like I did, where you kind of cook them up a little bit on their own, and you add it, and you get some of that gooiness there. And look at those apples. Reminds me of childhood. Now I know I said 8 minutes, so I would fry them. And at 16 minutes, I doubled the spices so I can get them look right. Now this has been about 20 minutes. Put that aside. And then now we have some nice, beautiful apples. So go ahead and turn off the heat there. That's what you want. It's going to be nice and mushy, and then all that goodness down there. Because these are going to crown some pancakes and make them the king. What we're going to do, we get our bowl here. We get our apples out. And then after we get all these apples out, we're going to go ahead and go build some pancakes. Hold your horses, because we ain't done yet. We're going to take some of the sweet apples. We're going to put them on top of the pancakes. It's just like the pancakes with an apple on top instead of a cherry. You top it any way that you'd like it. But then this way, this is Granny had the sweet side, and Alberta had the savory side. What I plan on doing is bringing in some other recipes, like my Granny's sweet cornbread versus Alberta's crackling cornbread in future videos. But go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit down below. Let me know what you think. And I hope that you enjoy this recipe, like all my other recipes. And I will see you next time. But first, also, we got to take a bite. Got to get some of those apples. Got to get some of that, all that goodness in there. That's so good. The sweet apples, the buttermilk pancakes, the Cool Whip, it all goes together so well.